America is home to a housing crisis, and the minimum wage just isn't cutting it. If you work at a restaurant, retail, or any low-paying job, you're probably caught up in a financial nightmare. These days, the fair market rent for a one-bedroom apartment in the US is $806. But if you're making the federal minimum wage of $7.25 an hour, you're spending more than half your income to make rent when you should really only be spending about a third. On minimum wage, you'd have to work 86 hours a week to make that happen. That's 17 hours a day, Monday through Friday. Sleep is overrated anyway. That $7.25 an hour is $15,000 a year, leaving just $375 for rent every month. To really afford a one-bedroom, you'd need to earn a wage of $15.50 per hour, and that's if you can even find an $800 one-bedroom in the first place. Good luck with that if you live in a big city. Adding to the problem is that the federal minimum wage hasn't gone up since 2009. That's 7 years in which prices have risen while wages for the country's poorest workers have stayed the same. And even in states where the minimum wage is more than the federal rate, low-income households still suffer, often having to choose between either paying rent or paying for basics like groceries and medicine. And while many cities and states across the country are raising their minimum wage, that's not the case everywhere. The state of Alabama recently declared it illegal for cities to raise their minimum wage higher than the federal standard, blocking the city of Birmingham's attempt to raise it to $10.10 per hour. So what are poor families supposed to do? All this is pushing people out of homes and into homeless shelters. Seattle, LA, Portland, and even Hawaii have all declared states of emergency when it comes to homelessness. And San Francisco is talking about doing the same. Basically, the only way to solve the affordable housing crisis is for cities to build more affordable housing and increase the minimum wage. Until then, low-income households will struggle to keep a roof over their heads in a country that relies on them to stock its shelves, make its meals, and clean its office building.